she's following. It's a risk man and no Benjamin.
Yes. I abebiem and the legal matters Bremo Ewo Fire Life Radio FDM ha FM David Darkon from Justice and Law Solicitors. And there ubia emfa na fidie no entoha na untie ensempa ye de Brem. Now when it comes to immigration and nationality law, Justice and Law Solicitors ye di akotene pa ewo sa area. Sa so na ye bibi about employment law and divorce law. And basically landlord and tenant and commercial law and also so you do juma pa. Now immigration area and me say ha adwene p. Say when you're lucky na when you ni papa amana ma afutu pa usika na obedi obeshiegu obibeju usika obedi ni free untimi enye ne hwe. This week ensem bebre asisi yenuanom bi mo ie the news be call about amnesty man for say UK government ajia to mine emu NSMP last Tuesday as we party yenye bi phone calls a buy na enye phone calls ketwa because obi tia na ono so idea na wa send ama obi na yeni ba ye ho so no na say as spread the call actually so much to the point to say people believed it. Enkofo bebre efrey ebusa question na justice and law ye de ne kure eye adwumenti ye ma yenuanom mo eye aware say in fact eye host na chese enye ne kure obi na ede fake news eye de enenam ekeka ensem enti na chese de na ewo ho no na ene ye beka ho asem kakra na yaka government position in relation to amnesty government na a position. And amnesty 10-year rules, and I say we are watching a criminal for 10 years. And a microphone can hold and someone. In fact, you make details now amount for ati omasi omaho asi. And he say opportunity be a men continue and change amnesty be a personally my view. I will express my view in relation to amnesty whilst we go on with the program. Now, if you say utie now would ufemaba ebeboa because if it be false sense of security and false hope one shey na would the ore akwakoshe bibia enye realistically na afi akwakofa ensempi ana idea abrel sasuna yebeka bibi about Brexit and Article 50 and the politics that is been going on as to whether we will be coming out of the European Union come March 2019 or not. The politics involved in this particular scenario. We will also look at that the possibility of no Brexit, the possibility that we might not even come out of the European Union from the first place. And what the politicians are saying, Michel Barnier, and then Napam for so eka about this Brexit. You are familiar with what is going on. Someone will say, "What are go on?" So we will look at that as well. Sasusana, you share immigration law update. Update ABBA, any IE. Mrebi so aba ebeboa yenuanom pi ekwanpema yebehwe bibia about landlord and tenant, the rights of tenants. Mrepi, some people rent a room in a house, the landlord takes rent, but the landlord will not respect the right of a tenant. And also so yebehwe bibi kakra awo ewo ho enti se wuti obi fie na obule wo no person fa kon bi so any tour. What is it that you need to do? What are your rights? We will look at this today as well. When there is time, we will also look at a bit about employment, employee and employer relationship. We have so many people going through these difficulties, these challenges every single day, whereby, they have submitted in-time application. Their employers are threatening them that they're going to sack them, they're going to get rid of them. you name it, which I believe sometimes is so unfair and is so unjustifiable. I mean, we've done a recent case in the case of Mr. J.G. Kunde against Asda, which is on the internet. You can go and read it for yourself, where Mr. Kunde was sacked by his employers, Asda. The basis of his sacking was that he was unable to provide any evidence to show that he's got the right to work in this country. This is a case that Mr. Kunde did everything reasonable to show to the employer that I have submitted my application to the Home Office in time. The employer in court also recognized that sometimes when you send application to the Home Office, it takes some time before they acknowledge, or sometimes if they will acknowledge at all. So you have this kind of scenarios, this type of situations, whereby the employer will act unreasonably. If that happens, do not give up, do not lose faith. You have to contact us, Justice and Law Solicitors. If we cannot get you your job back, sure, we'll be able to give you compensation in some cases. So we should also bear that in mind. If you have just tuned in, you are watching us from Facebook, please do share the program with all your loved ones. Like they say, to share is to care. Thank you very much for tuning in. Today we have a lot of topics going on, and I believe that there will be something in for everyone. At the end of the program, we will activate the telephone lines, and basically we will answer any questions that you may have. But it is very, very important that we understand the UK's position in relation to amnesty. Don't let anyone fool you, and don't let anyone deceive you. There are people out there who will say anything just to get your monies. So please be careful out there, because at the end of the day, if there are no vulnerable people in the market, there will not be schemers, nasty people pretending to be legal advisors, putting out this information out there just to give people false hope, deceive them, and basically take their money and chop it. One have to be very, very careful. So let's take this song to thank our Lord Almighty for making today possible. And when we come, we will then start today's program. This will also be an opportunity for us to share the programs with all our loved ones, so that they can also benefit from today's program. So we're gonna take Ebony. We're gonna thank the Lord. Nana Asida. I love this song so much because it's a powerful song, and it's very, very inspirational song. I will take this song, and when we come back, we will continue today's program. So if you just tune in on Facebook, Obaya Safon, good morning to you. Thank you for tuning in. All those who have tuned in, please do share the program. To educate is very, very important, because for me, education is key. J.B. Dankwa, the great J.B. Dankwa, once said, if you educate a woman, you educate a nation. If you educate the individual, or if you educate a man, you educate an individual. It's very, very, very important that we educate ourselves. It's very, very important that we focus on things that are important in life. It's not about, talking trash about someone or talking trash about something. But let's try and be positive in the life that we lead, so that we can make a difference, so that we can bring about positive change. So it is for this reason that FireLive Radio was established. The aim of the radio station is to have positive impact through education on individuals' lives. Hello, boss lady. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for sharing the program. Let's share and share and share before we can share no more. We thank you all for tuning in. Let's give thanks and praises to the Lord Almighty. And before we start the program, and for me, I can only do this no better way than to listen to Asida from Ebony. Nande Nyame Yadawasi.
Bunny Pandits, see I'm nothing without your love. From the things I did, oh, you still did bless me. And I see, oh, no, 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 yeah. And I see, oh, no, 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 yeah. And I see, oh, no, 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 yeah. And maybe I'm a senior from my girl.
Yes, this song goes for King David and the family and the new arrival. May the Lord Almighty bless you all and anoint you. With the new arrival, we thank God for your safety. We thank God that mother and child are doing fine. In good time, you hear from us and you see us live. This Christmas, by all means, I have to make the time. Yes, we thank you very much for telling us. This song goes for you. I know that is one of your favorite songs, King David, the father of Solomon. We take this opportunity to thank all our sponsors, Paco Shipping, Mr. Edward from Harrow, Justice and Law Solicitors, Elegant Chic, Fire Life Radio, Christ the Livingston, Glory Baptist Church in Portsmouth. We thank you all for your continual support over the years.
See, I'm nothing without your love. From the bottom last pit, you raised me up. See all the bad things I did, oh, you still did bless me. And I see, oh, no, 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 yeah. And I see, oh,
Mama Barbara Bako Pay. Baby, I will be a chow.
no, 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 yeah. And I see, oh,
Paulina Coffee Semenshia.
and I see,
It is a Semenshia, not just a Mahunipana or Casano.
and I
Silo ya dark on Semenshia, what dear?
no, no, yeah.
Abu Bichi Miri. About 5 years, 6 years ago, it was Saturday. Do you remember, like yesterday, Madam Paulina Coffee? It was raining as well. You came to the office with tears flooding through your face. You say, what? I have faith in you, lawyer. I have belief in you. I sat at home not knowing what I want to do with myself. But your brother said, no, go and see Lawyer Darko and everything will be sorted. Through that faith, through that belief, you are now sorted for good. Wherever you are, we thank you very much
You raised
for
me
your continuous support and for your referrals.
as I did,
We take a case, we never give up.
and I
We keep fighting. All the referrals will be justified.
and I
We thank you once again.
no, 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 yeah. And I see, oh,
D.I. Joe. Okukudroni.
I'm a senior from my
So Okuma Eddie Sebo.
now so
There will be a chacha. What you of him?
I
I represent North and South Central.
am it.
Shop Shamunina. South Central for you. North Central for you. There will be a chacha. I. Okukudro for. So never give up.
Too much money,
If I get tough,
all that you dress,
the command will say the sweeter the victory.
topping,
Yes, that's the way we do it at the studios of Fire Life Radio and Justice and Law Solicitors.
yeah.
When the fight is tough,
Oh,
we keep fighting because the sweeter the victory.
I see,
Yeah, Joe, maybe I will be a church on now pay.
yeah.
Can watch a program number with telephone and I say, one more way in Facebook, you know, share my one more.
Studio to studio.
Because then we are going to educate ourselves.
On my knees I've been praying for the Father to bless me. But the game no easier, especially if you will every man nature. One and time, if you no give up, you turn my time. Close tight legs, don't get you. I see no make it chop, you won't be on top. And I see oh, no, 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 yeah. And I see oh, no, 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 yeah. And I see oh, no, 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 yeah.
Yes, we thank the Lord Almighty for making it possible for us to meet again today. Today, the program the program is called the Legal Matters, and my name is David Darko from Justice and Law Solicitors. Today we have a lot of areas to talk about, and I think it's only befitting that I start with the fake news that was trending within our community this week, and in particular on Tuesday. Patty in Shiraba, good morning to you, and thank you for joining us. Brother Yao, baby Ashivia so Yechiachio, and thank you very much for your contribution and all your well wishes. We also wish you well in everything that you do and everything that you choose to do. Joe D.I. Joe, Detective Inspector Joe, I salute you, sir. Also, I salute you. Madam Paulina, ono dear, or semi food, Dibia, Mefro, Semenshia. Aha, Timothy, say, it is Semenshia Biana, Namakai, Madam Paulina. I say, lawyer, Semenshia would dear. I don't know what I would have done. But in all things, let's give thanks and praises to our curator. Because everything in this world, he's got its purpose. My purpose in life is to, through immigration law or through the law, to be able to have a bit of an impact in your life journey on this earth. Because everyone plays a role in everybody's life. So I thank you all for all the encouraging words, because when I see these things, it only motivates me. It only encourages me. And what it tells me is that I can do more. And the reason why we are able to come here every Saturday is through your prayers and through your well wishes and the belief and the faith that you have installed in us. And any justification or any referral that you also make, we will do the best that we can that the referral is also justified. Without your help, without your support, I don't think I will have the energy and the strength to be sitting here this morning to be giving you this information. So we appreciate that. I will not be able to call each person to thank that person, but this is a medium. This is an opportunity for me to use this medium to thank all those people, direct support, indirect support, people who have been supporting things that we are doing. A lot of the time we are our own, critics, that we do criticize where we don't do things right. But at the same time, when we do things right, we also have to do what? We also have to say it, and so that we can motivate each other and encourage each other. Now, where do I start from? I will start from the amnesty. This Tuesday, unfortunately, someone was sending an audio going round about the grant of an amnesty. And in fact, I don't know what to say to that, but the audio went out. It went viral. It was trending everywhere. Since like about 6 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday, I started getting phone calls that there has been an amnesty, and that they have been advised that everyone should contact their lawyers for them to make an application. That aside, there is also a WhatsApp going around about something called the secret amnesty, where people are being encouraged to complete form set P, a settlement application for those who have been granted humanitarian protection, i.e. through the asylum process. And it says that it is a secret amnesty. But yet, if it's a secret, why have you received it? How many people that it has also been sent to? It's just unfortunate that all these are going around, giving people false hope. When I say false hope or false sense of security, people are being made to believe that this is the way to go. This is the route. There is an amnesty, and also there's a secret amnesty. My brothers and sisters, our listeners this morning, this came last Tuesday. I had a lot of phone calls. I had about 100 phone calls on Tuesday. And almost every phone call, people were asking whether, in fact, the rumor is true. In fact, the rumor, the answer, the simple answer is that it is not true at all. It is not true at all. Why am I saying it is not true? I will say it is not true because, when it comes to petition, it's very, very important that we understand the system and the political process. Cheap talk, let's leave it aside. It's very, very important that we educate our people well, so that these dodgy people do not take advantage of them. This country, we have something called petition process. In fact, anyone can start a petition, provided that you have basic understanding of computers or how the computer works, i.e. logging in and data inputting. Excuse me. If you know that, you can start a petition. So, Lawyer Darko, as I'm sitting here, if I want to start a petition, all that I need is a catchphrase or a headline. So, for example, grant amnesty to Ghanaians who have overstayed their visa. The word illegal, I would never use that. Someone will watch me and say, what do you mean by that? Because when you use the word illegal, it is associated with criminality. Words are powerful. You see, two words can mean the same, but its effects are different. If I say illegal and I say overstay, let's be realistic. Let's think about the words. If I say illegal, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? For me, if you say illegal, rage, anger, straight away it comes to my mind. If I say overstay, it is not as strong as illegal. Meanwhile, they are what they say. So the word illegal, personally, I will never use it. If I am going to petition or if I'm going to plead for something, I hope you get my drift. It's a word that I, Lawyer Dakun, would never use, the word illegal. If I'm going to beg someone or if I'm going to try to persuade someone to do me a favor or to do my people a favor, that is my personal view. Everyone has got different opinion, everyone has got different view, but I will tell you that that is my personal view. So, for example, if I want to start a petition today, I can simply go to the website, the government website, and you just follow the instructions. Starting a petition. So straight away, you give it the headline. So the headline or the topic is going to be UK government to grant leave to those who have overstayed their visas. You see, so if I use that, then I will just follow the process. Once you follow the process, straight away it will be activated. Once it's activated, then you start sending it to people through WhatsApp, through Facebook, through messages, through emails. The law in this country, or the rules concerning petition, is that you need 100,000 people to sign the petition. Once the petition is signed by 100,000 people, it will automatically trigger a debate in Parliament. We should really listen to this very, very carefully. it will trigger a debate in Parliament. And once the debate goes through Parliament and there is a vote and they become convinced that it's a good thing, then of course he goes through the white paper and whatnot. Then it can become a law and government policy. So starting a petition does not necessarily mean that the government has accepted that they are going to grant amnesty to those people who have been living in the UK unlawfully for 10 years. So last Tuesday when I heard this news, maybe I work in the field and therefore I know that it cannot be true. I started getting phone calls left and right, middle and center. So I had to put up an information out there for people. I had to go to the government website to basically check it up. And now, if you like, just put in this 10 years illegal petition. Just go to Google as you watch me and put that in. It will take you straight to the government website. And this is what it says. Petitions, UK government and Parliament. It will take you straight there to the website, and I'm going to read this for you. It's not coming from me. This is official website. So let's just be careful. Amnesty for illegal immigrants who have been in the UK for 10 years or more. Let's listen to this. According to this website, the petition, i.e., another petition was lodged some time ago. That petition was rejected. And in fact, some people have also created fake petitions in which they have put on the website, in which they are claiming that there is an amnesty for people who have been living in the UK for 10 years. Please be careful. When someone gives you information, it's important that you ask the person, where did you get this information from? If the person is unable to tell you where the information is from, you have to start being very careful. If the person gives you the source of the information, the second thing that you must do is to go to the source and check it out yourself. After checking it out yourself, even if it is there, then you need to ask yourself, is it from a reliable source? When it comes to immigration and nationality law in this country, United Kingdom, the most reliable source is the Home Office website. And therefore, you go to UKVI, United Kingdom Visa and Immigration website. If there is an amnesty, you will see it there. And I am glad that most of our people, they simply did not listen to that fake news. Instead, they called me, Justice and Law Solicitors, to verify whether that information was accurate. And I am pleased that they called me, because as soon as I started getting these phone calls, I knew that if I don't put any information out there, some people will go to wrong people, their monies are going to be taken, they are going to give them fake information, they will submit fake application to the Home Office, and they will lose their monies. So straight away, Lawyer Darko, on the Tuesday, I came to Facebook, I posted it there, that it is not true. I went on, what do you call it, WhatsApp, and I also sent it to all my clients that I have their databases to warn them that this is not true. This is a fake news. People are going around saying this, and the aim is to try and tap into your vulnerability and take your money and basically do nothing for you. So we need to wise up. We need to shine our eyes, because if you don't, there are crooks out there. There are people out there, they are not lawyers, they don't have any legal background, but yet they will give you fake information and basically screw you up. It's as simple as that. So we have to be very, very careful. We have to open our eyes. We need to shine our eyes. so that these people do not take advantage of us. This country, how hard it is, even to save £1,000. It is not a joke, and it is not easy. But someone will use his intelligence to be able to take advantage of you, to capitalize. So I beg you, when you get this information and you are not sure, I think the first thing that you do, call a lawyer that you trust. Call a lawyer that you believe will be able to be honest with you and tell you the truth. With Justice and Law Solicitors, if you are going to succeed, if you have a chance, we will tell you. If you don't have a case, it's sad, but we will tell you the truth and be honest with you. Because we don't joke with people's emotions. This country is very hard. It's very tough life. So do not allow anyone to take advantage of you. Now, let's look at UK government position in relation to amnesty. It's very, 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 very important. UK government position in relation to amnesty. The UK government, not only the Conservative Party, but also the Labour Party, they have made a public statement. When I say public statement, I mean public statement. Public statement. Whereby they have made it very clear, very, very clear, that amnesty is not something that the government, or perhaps the UK government, future UK government, will be prepared to grant amnesty for those who have overstayed their visas in the UK, or those who are living in the UK illegally. Both the Conservative and the Labour Party, they have made their positions very, very clear. I do not understand why sometimes people go around and tell people that in fact there is an amnesty for people who have been living in the UK illegally. The UK government has made it very, very clear, both Labour and the Conservative government, that at no time, at no chance, would they grant amnesty to those who entered illegally or those who have overstayed their visas. Let's look at their reasons why they are saying that. The government, they have made it very, very clear. The government have made it very, very clear that amnesty, once amnesty doesn't work, why does it not work? The government has said amnesty does not work because, let's watch this. Amnesty does not work because, one, it acts as a pull factor or a pulling factor. Why does it act as a pulling factor? The government believes that if people are living here illegally or they have overstayed their visas and you grant them amnesty, it sends out a message to people who are outside the country to come in. Because if they come in and they manage to stay here for 10 years illegally, they will be granted an amnesty. So they call it the risk of the pull factor. That aside, the government also believes that it will not solve the immigration problem. Because if you grant amnesty to someone living here unlawfully, does it mean that people are not going to come in? Illegality, people will still come in. And therefore, it does not help. In fact, instead of the government catching people who have overstayed and deporting them, the government will be forced to perhaps give these people papers to stay in this country. That's the government view. The government also believes that countries such as Italy and Spain years ago. They also granted amnesty. But what happened? It did not work. Instead of basically stopping migration to those countries, people started coming in more because it was believed that if they also get there, they will be granted amnesty. One of the arguments that the government has also put forward, that it will be unfair on those people who are living in the UK on another route. So, for example, if someone has been granted 2.5 years on the 10-year route to get indefinite, and all of a sudden the government said, I'm granting amnesty to those people who have been living here unlawfully for 10 years. The government believe that that will not be fair on those people who have been granted 2.5 years, and they have to go and apply and pay money upon money upon money every 2.5 years in order for them to be able to get a stay in this country. The government believes that they will not be fair to those people, and therefore they will not do what? Grant an amnesty. In fact, some people also believe that granting amnesty is not a good thing in so many angles, because these people living here unlawfully will be granted amnesty, they become lawfully, and they will compete in the job market. And therefore, all those people who are already looking for work may not even find a job to do, because those people who are hiding are now out fighting or competing for very, very limited job opportunities that we have in this country. And therefore, the twist is that both Labour and the Conservative have said it point blank. They will not grant an amnesty in this country. I also understand that recently there was amnesty going around, i.e. petition going around for people to sign a petition which was presented in Parliament some few weeks ago. I mean, those people who led the campaign, one of them was interviewed on another radio station. I don't want to go too much into details. And basically, he explained that in fact, there hasn't been, what you call it, there hasn't been amnesty, and that what they did was to basically to show their intention to the UK government that, you know, petition is ongoing. So they describe it as knocking. But unfortunately, some people are trying to capitalize on that to spread fake news that amnesty has been granted, which is not the case. From the political point of view, I do not see either the Labour government or the Conservative government or the Liberal Democrat, if they win any elections to form a government, I do not see them granting an amnesty. Why am I saying this? I'm not saying this because I like it or because some people don't have papers and I don't want the person to have papers. In fact, if it was my wish, I wish everyone has got papers. But I'm saying this for you to be realistic, for you to know the political suicide and implications that will happen to these parties if they dare grant amnesty to people who have overstayed in this country. And I will then go on to explain the indirect amnesty that is in place as we speak to you, so that we can understand the political spectrum and the political price that a party may pay if they grant an amnesty. No doubt about that. We are not going to mince our words, but if we understand these things, and maybe we have another option, we will rather use our resources and energy in that option rather than sitting, we're having this fleeting illusion in our minds, pursuing it, but will never be regaining. It's very, very important that we understand this. That is the reason why today I'm taking my time to explain so that nobody take advantage of people like you and I. Because when you are desperate, when you are destitute, as soon as someone tells you that there is going to be an amnesty or there's an amnesty, you don't ask questions, because your ability to be able to be a rational thinker also minimizes, reduces, because you are looking for an objective. And therefore the objective is to get the papers, and therefore the means to get the papers, many a times you lose focus, and before you know it, you take yourself or you get yourself into a situation. By the time that you come to your senses, it's too late. It's very, very important that we understand these things. Why is the Labour and the Conservative government saying that they will never grant amnesty? Let's look at immigration. Let's look at immigration. Immigration is a toxic political situation that no party want to be seen to be soft on immigration. We have had political soundbites. Back in the 1990s, we had the Labour government, Tony Blair. We're going to have the fairer, the faster, and it was the triple F. I can't remember the other one. Faster, fairer, and something else. Immigration policy. And then we are going to be tough on immigration, tough on the causes of immigration, and therefore we are going to speed up the removal process and deportation process. And then recently we are going to reduce the immigration by tens of thousands, not hundreds of thousands, and therefore target upon target upon target to reduce net migration in the UK. Every government since 1971 in particular, since the Immigration Act came into effect in 1971, every government has always used tough immigration slogan that we are going to protect the country, we are going to protect the natives from illegal immigration, we are going to reduce the immigration. Immigration is not good for our economy, immigration is not good for the country, immigration needs to be controlled, immigration, immigration, and immigration. Politically, it sounds good to the masses of the people, because a lot of people in this country feel that this country, what's the word that they use? We have been influx of immigrants. We have been consumed by foreign cultures. And therefore, there is sometimes opposition to soft immigration. European Union, i.e., we are part of the European Union. Why did we vote to come out of the European Union? Because a lot of people complained that it has led to mass migration, where the UK government was unable to control who comes in or who goes out when they are coming from Europe and their family members. And therefore, it was a big issue when the debate was going on, when the referendum was going on, when politicians were going around campaigning. Immigration, whether we like it or not, was a big issue. Even within the immigrant communities, Ghanaian communities, Nigerian communities, Ivory Coast communities, most of the African communities, some of them even came out to say that there is too much immigration in this country. When the Europeans come in here to the UK, they come and take our jobs. Yes, I have heard Ghanaians saying this. A Ghanaian immigrant coming from Ghana, living in the UK now, saying that Europeans are coming here to take our jobs. Europeans are coming here to take our schools. Europeans are coming here to take our housing. This is a foreigner telling another foreigner that. And therefore, immigration became one of the toxic topics. And therefore, when we voted, what happened? Majority voted that we should come out of the European Union. Lawyer Darko, positive on this radio station. We came to advise people the advantages of being part of the European Union, the disadvantages, and whatnot. In the end, people decided that we'll be better off, because I have had talk with people, and sometimes some of the things that has been said is laughable. Oh, yeah, my supervisor at work is maybe Polish national and he's bossing me about. So I'm going to vote so that we come out, so that they cannot boss me about no more. But what we have to realize is that those Europeans living here, their rights are already protected. So whether you like it or not, he's still going to be your boss and he's going to boss you about. It's not going to change anything for you. Instead of looking at the bigger picture, unfortunately, a lot of people just look at small things to vote, rather than looking at the bigger picture, the importance of the European Union, the advantages, the benefits that we are getting from the European Union. But unfortunately, some people do not see it this way, and basically they voted that we should come out. So the majority carried the vote. Fine. Now, some people were also of the view that if we come out of the European Union, there will be more flexible immigration rules for people from the Commonwealth country. I can tell you today, whether that is going to be the case or not, I doubt it very, very much. Because at the end of the day, if the economy in this country do not call for certain group of people with skilled professions to come to this country, the door will not be open for any Commonwealth country to come in. It will never happen. It has never happened, and it will never happen. The only time that it happened was back in the 1940s, whereby this country was bombed to its knees, where people were needed to come here and build the country. And therefore the Windrush generation and whatnot, they came in. But whether it's going to happen again, I do not think so. So if you sit there and you have this fallacy in your head that Commonwealth countries, the doors are going to be open for us after Brexit, I think you are joking. You better think twice. Because there is a lot of complaint that there has been so many foreigners in this country, so many people in this country, and therefore we need to do what? We need to control immigration. And the politicians, what they are saying is this: there is going to be a point-based system immigration, whereby if a skilled worker is needed in this country, then of course they will open up a new type of visa for skilled workers. And even that, the purpose is not to stay here forever. The purpose is to live here and work and contribute. After that, you are gone. So people need to be aware of these things. So the whole idea that amnesty is going to be granted, it's not going to happen. It's a fallacy. I can tell you that because both Labour and Conservative parties, they have made it categorically clear that amnesty doesn't work. Amnesty leads to more migration. Amnesty is what? It's a pull factor. It will only pull people, it will only attract people, the undesirables, to come into the UK with the belief and hope that one day they will also clock 10 years and they'll be granted leave to remain in this country. So both Labour and Conservative, these are the two parties likely to be in power in this country. The Liberal Democrats, the BNP, the whatever, all of them, the chances of them winning power to come to form a government is very unlikely. But the most parties that are likely to form any government is either the Labour government or the Conservative government. And both parties have made it categorically clear that it will never happen. So if you are sitting there and your hope is that there's going to be an amnesty, brother, sister, look for an alternative. Because you can sit there and wait until Methuselah comes. It's not going to happen. It's sad, but that is the truth. Do not put your hopes in no amnesty. Don't put your hopes in amnesty because it's simply not going to happen. Why are they saying this? They are saying this because there is a strong argument by some politicians who oppose amnesty, who oppose mass migration, who oppose the European Union. Because to them, the European Union is a toxic institution that take our money, that make law for us, allow more immigrants to come into this country, and therefore we don't want Europe no more. They have also stated that there is already an amnesty in this country. And what is the amnesty? If you have been living here for 20 years, you can make an application for leave to remain on the basis of long residency, on the basis of your private life in the UK. To this school of thought, that is an amnesty, and that is enough. Not only that, they have also pointed to long residency rules for people who are aged between 18 years and 25 years. Because as we know, there is a government policy under Appendix FM of the immigration rules, which specifically states that if someone has been living in this country for more than half of his or her life, and the person is aged between 18 to 25, the person can make an application for leave to remain on the basis of their private life in the UK. To this school of thought, that is an indirect amnesty. It doesn't end there. If you have a child, the child has been living here in the UK for 7 years or more, and a child is anybody under the age of 18 years. That child can make an application for leave to remain on the basis of long residency, and the mother or the father can also, based on the child, can also make an application for leave to remain on the basis of having a child who has been living in the UK for 7 years or more. To them, this is also an amnesty. So as far as they are concerned, we have 3 amnesties already in place. So why should they grant another blanket amnesty? If someone tells you that there's going to be an amnesty, please think twice. The politicians have made it very clear, and they cannot make it clearer enough. Don't put yourself into false sense of security, thinking that there is going to be amnesty. I mean, think about this. If you were the Home Office, would you grant an amnesty? Tell people to come and get papers for free. Whilst the same people, if they qualify, you can make money from them. Because any application that they make on the basis of private life or family life, Home Office stand to gain £500 towards NHS, 1,033 towards the Home Office fee. Therefore, put the two together, £1,533. If you are the Home Office, would you give it for free? Or you will make the people do the application and make money out of it? A word to the wise is in the north. I will say no more about this amnesty. Personally, Lawyer Darko, I will tell you my personal opinion. I do not believe for one split second that any government will be brave and bold enough to come before the nation and tell us that I am going to grant amnesty to all those people who have been living here for 10 years or more. And especially the word chosen, illegal immigrants. The word illegal, it raises anger. It raises questions. And therefore the citizenry, I don't think they will just sit there and take it. I don't think that they will accept it. So we really ought to be very, very careful. If people are sending stuff through WhatsApp, people are sending stuff through social media, please check the source. If you have time, go to the source and read it. If you read it, try and verify it. Ring Lawyer Darko, Justice and Law Solicitors. Book appointment, come and see us. Let's sit down and talk and discuss your options. Because that will help you rather than rush, go to a dodgy person. That person is simply going to take your money, chop it, and enjoy it. You end up with tears. So please, this amnesty business that people are sending around, it is not true. It has not been true. And do not believe it. When someone sends you such a message, I beg you, destroy it. Don't send it on. Because by so doing, we are creating, false sense of security. We are giving people false hope. Some people may have an agenda that I'm going to do this application. As soon as they see this, they change their minds. And they'll be sitting there praying to the God Almighty that I am now 9 years. I'm waiting for another 1 year for 10 years to come. And the person will be praying for monies to come from the skies. But as you and I know, Papa Owusu will tell you, monies do not longer fall from the heavens. The heaven that we have is the earth that we live on. The hell that we have is the earth that we live on. This earth that we live can be hell, can be heaven. So we need to be able to do what? Promote positive agenda to our people. When we see something good, something nice, we need to share it. When we think it's not true, let's delete it straight away. There are evil people out there who are prepared to go to any length to emotionally, physically, psychologically do your head in. They give you false sense of security. They will lead you to the sky. No parachute, no aeroplane. And they say that come down to earth. So we ought to be very, very, very careful to some of these messages. For me, before even you send it to someone, please next time do your own research. If it is true, by all means send it to people. But do not just send it because someone is sending it to you. Please, let's be very careful. Because this week, so many people, they had this, what do you call it? This hope, thinking that Minshira Nabe, amnesty has been granted. I'm going to go for it. Just to call Lawyer Darko and for me to say that it is not true. So please, before you send on any message of that nature, please check first. If it is true, by all means send it to your loved ones. If it is not true, please delete it. I've had people crying this week because they really believe that it was true. They called me, I have to say it is not true. And I felt bad because it felt like I'm the one spreading bad news. But it wasn't my fault that someone was lying to these people. It wasn't my fault that someone was trying to manipulate them. You go and see someone, the person will claim that I'm a lawyer. The person take your money, 3,000 to 6,000 pounds. And the person will not submit even any application. The person will chop your money, and then when you rise up, when you come to your senses, and you tell the person you want your documents back, you want your money back, the same person will threaten you. We hear stories every day. We hear stories all the time. And sometimes it's heartbreaking. We have the Law Society and the Office of the Immigration Services Commission prosecuting scrupulous immigration advisors. People who are not immigration advisors pretending to be. People saying that they are magistrates and giving immigration advice and they are not magistrates. People are claiming that they are lawyers and they are not lawyers. And they hide and basically taking advantage of vulnerable people. We have to be very careful. We need to shine our eyes and we need to make sure that we don't fall victim to these crooks. It's very, very important. So from the party's political point of view, amnesty is very, very unlikely. I don't see Labour granting it. I don't see the Conservative granting it. What in the past has happened in this country is that maybe a one-off policy will come. They will never call it amnesty. They will disguise it. So, for example, there was a time that we have the one-off policy for family members, which was introduced by the Labour government in the late 1990s, whereby if you're a mother and a father and you have a child here, Labour government will grant you indefinite leave. It's a form of amnesty, but no government will dare to call it amnesty. Because as soon as you say amnesty, people will start rising up against you and your policies. So for me, if you hear someone call the word amnesty, someone uses it, automatically just blank your mind. Because the chances of that being true is nearly zero. If there's an amnesty, Justice and Law Solicitors, we will go around and tell people. Because at the end of the day, we want our people to succeed. We want people to get papers in this country. We want people to be regular. We want people to be real. We want people to be legal as opposed to illegal. That is my aim. That is what we do for living. Because in fact, if there's an amnesty, I could have made a lot of money from it. because people will be coming to me for me to do the application for them. But the reality, I don't want no dirty money. I don't want no unclean money. And therefore, I will use honesty in all things that I do. So there is no amnesty. It's very, very unlikely either the Labour government or the Conservative government will grant an amnesty. Because immigration is a toxic area that people are emotional about it. That as soon as there is an immigration issue and there is people coming in, you see people stand up and start complaining. A lot of people voted for Brexit because they don't want illegals or they don't want immigrants coming into the country. And what has happened? We have the divorce bill of 39 billion pounds, shoppable pounds to pay. And only yesterday, it has been announced that the NHS fees from 19th of December is likely to be doubled. Immigration health surcharge fees for illegal immigrants living in the UK and those applying to regularize their stay in the UK, the fee is going to be doubled, i.e. increase of 100%. So instead of £500 for those people making an application on the basis of their private life and family life, i.e. on the basis of their children, their wife, their husbands, private life, now instead of £500 you are going to pay £1,000 from 19th of December. I sent this to as soon as I got this information, Justice and Law as usual, we started spreading the news that the NHS fees is going to go up from 19th of December. And therefore, if you need to make an application, for me, it's very, very important. If your application needs to be submitted, either in December or perhaps your visa is due in January, Home Office requirement is that submit your application 28 days before your visa expires. To save yourself some money, your NHS fees, I think you buy it now. And then you submit your application within the 28 days period. So this could in fact save you about 500 choppable pounds. We are only here because we want to help our people. I have called my clients and I have told them some of my clients' visa is due at the end of January. I have told them you need to come and see me. Come and see me so that at least the NHS fees, we can put that aside. Pay that out of the way. So if you are able to submit your application before it is implemented around 19th of December, you save yourself about 500 choppable pounds. I'm not saying that come to Justice and Law alone. If you have your own lawyer, it's important that you bring your lawyer and discuss this with him. Because my job is to look out for my clients and do what is in their best interest. So the fee is going to go up. And one my friend here, Mr. Kofi, as soon as I sent it, he sent a text back. And I had to laugh at that. I said, this is Brexit NHS increase. Now if it's a 39 billion, you go to I mean, we have to be realistic. The government does not grow money. The money must come from somewhere. And the government can only get money through taxes. And therefore, now, 39 billion coming out of Europe, it's got to be paid. So he was wondering whether voting for Brexit had direct effect or consequences to the increment in the NHS fees. And I said, well, the government hasn't said it, but then again, sometimes you have to work our own, you have to do our own maths. We need to do our own calculations. Whether it's got something to do with it or not, it's not for me to say. So when we are making certain decisions, because of the Polish supervisor that we got so angry that we need to vote to come out because of him. Now, NHS, if you are bringing your wife, you are going to pay. If you are bringing your children and you have British passport or indefinite leave, you are also going to pay. And now, instead of, for example, if you are bringing your child from Ghana, instead of about $750, now it's going to be $1,500. And therefore, you convert it into pounds, it's about £1,200. And then you need to look at the application fee, about $1,600. So by the time you finish, you are looking at about $2,800. And when we come to Lawyer Daku to do it for you, he is not going to spare you either. Because we did it. On the charge immediately. Maybe they're going to charge them. And therefore, everything is going up. So that is a price that I think we all have to pay. Now, Brexit or no Brexit, are we coming out or are we staying? We voted to come out. Whether we are coming out on the 29th of March is also another question. Everyone is looking at it. And now, in fact, on one of the radio stations, this man called, a big man, and he was crying like a child. So I don't know what I've done to my country. I don't know what I've done to my children. I voted out because of resentment. Now I'm regretting it. My country is now a joke. Everyone is laughing at my country. Because treaty is not a joke. It has taken over 45 years to build treaties, agreements, and policies and law. And we say we are going to use 2 years to bring it down. Destruction. And now look at where we find ourselves. In fact, we have become a bit of a joke. It's a fact. To the point that Donald Trump is even talking rubbish. Donald Trump, the man who say grab them by the... He is even talking rubbish about this country. But when we talk about, administration, when we talk about, enforcement, when we talk about civilization, trust me, this country has played a major role in the world civilization. No doubt about that. Inventors, this country, called Great Britain, but in the 21st century. Because of certain decisions that we have made, our greatness is being questioned. And now, we don't even know whether we are coming out of Europe or not. That has also become a major issue. Let's look at this. We have triggered Article 50. Intention to come out of the European Union. Fine. 29th of March will be 2 years. That is the notice period that we need to give. We voted to come out. Since it is a treaty, you cannot just come out without any agreement. Because we need to put something in place. Whether we like it or not, we have to work with Europeans in terms of security, in terms of common policies such as agriculture, fishery policies, terrorism. There are so many areas that we live in a world of dependency. We all depend on each other to be able to survive. And therefore, without cooperation among states, no one country will be prosperous. If they are not trading, they are not working with other people. And therefore, it is important that there is a deal between ourselves and the European Union, because we have voted to come out. The men who made all the noise, when we voted to come out, everyone ran away. It took Yasantua to step forward to the plate and said, you know what? I'm going to do the best that I can. Theresa May, for me, I admire her because what she's done, wrongly or rightly, when it matters, those people that we were worshipping, what happened? They all ran. She has taken it upon herself to negotiate. And she's been able to get a deal for us. We got the deal, and we say we don't want the deal. Some people are saying that they don't want the deal. Some people are saying that it's better than nothing. Because why would you take a risk? You see, if you are on an aeroplane, and the aeroplane is faulty and it starts descending down at full speed, and you know that there is a lake and there's a dry land, the aeroplane have to land somewhere. If you land on the lake, there's a possibility that some people may survive. If you land on the dry land, as soon as you hit the ground, fire, the chances of people surviving is nearly zero. Which one would you take? Therefore, people may do what? May do the best that they can to land on the water with the hope that at least some people may survive. So that's exactly what she's done. Some people say when the plane crash or the cliff edge breaks it, we walk out, the BNC. Okay, we walk out today. We must never forget, we are a little piece of land. Mugabe will say, you are a tiny drop in the world map. A little bit of land, i.e., on the world map. So, we come out of Europe, no agreement. If you are traveling to the European Union, where are you going to go? Where are you going to land? What are the arrangements in place? And with that arrangement, no country will allow another plane to come and land in their country. For what? We will not allow them to come here. Say we need medicine. Theresa May, she said it plain, that she is diabetic. The medicine that she uses, it comes from Denmark. So if there is no agreement, Danish people are not bringing the medicines, we are not able to send stuff over, how are we going to survive? People say, oh, but we've got America. America is our biggest ally. Donald Trump is saying, make MAGA cap, make America great again. He does not give a hoot about us. People have to be realistic. Do you think Donald Trump cares about you living in the UK? I mean, if you look at the black Americans, how they are being treated. And you are not black American, you are black African. Come on, wake up. You know, so you need to be realistic. You know, we need to be real. And therefore, she has done whatever she can. It was a tough thing to do. And now, MPs are complaining that they are not going to vote for the Brexit deal or for the agreement to become law, if you like. The voting is going to take place on the 11th of December, 10 days more to go. Theresa May has called for a debate with Jeremy Corbyn. People are complaining about the deal. But the funny thing is, no one is coming up with any better ideas. You see, it's very simple to sit back and criticize. But if you cannot come up with any other better ideas, what do? I think you shut up. You know, that's my view. I may be wrong. So on the 10th, there's going to be, on the 11th, there's going to be a vote in Parliament. The question that everyone is asking is this. If Parliament vote that they will not accept it, then what happens? There is two schools of thought. And it's very strange. Both of them are right. But the question is, both of them cannot be right. Because both of them cannot agree on the same point. Let's go back to the basics. We voted out to come out of the European Union. And to come out, you have to negotiate your way out by an agreement. And therefore, Theresa May, the Prime Minister, has agreed a way out. And therefore, if we are coming out, we are coming out on that basis of the agreement. The agreement is going to go to Parliament for a vote. It has been speculated that Parliament will reject the agreement. Labour says that it does not meet their 6 points. Boris Johnson and others are saying that, in fact, the agreement is so bad, if we remain in the European Union, we are even better off. And these were the people who were campaigning that we should come out. Okay. So if Parliament rejects it, we want out. Negotiations has been made on the basis in which we are coming out, and we say we don't want it. So if we say we don't want it, what does that mean, boss? Amantidi, so I can be visit. And he say you see out. This is the basis I out. Now say you see empa. What does that mean? That means that means that's a team. This is what people don't understand. That is one school of thought. I said you vote to see out. This is the basis I out. I am negotiating. And he say yes, I say yes, empa. Not just say yenyanko. It doesn't mean that you can say about outer, and yet this is not the basis. You vote to say you're out. And therefore, some people are also arguing, say if this is not the basis of coming out there, then there must be the people's vote, which other people call the second referendum. Now, I am not funny. I say people should not be surprised to say, and yet Britain can face this challenge. Republic of Ireland, they face the same challenge. They voted to come out. European Union told them, sorry, you voted the wrong way. It was a wrong vote. And Omoto say them. Holland, Netherlands, the same thing. See, they voted to come out. Anna gidi said ye femuya. And almost have vote to be. I don't vote to say them. Yes, you vote to say yeah, but out. And I say gidi sa. People's vote. Now it's a strong possibility. I say I'm sure there will be a future referendum. At the moment, Labour say they cannot say yes or no. But this is what they will do. They will take one step at a time. We also have about 100 Conservative members or MPs also saying they will vote against the government policy or the government agreement on Brexit. This morning, another MP, Sam Jima, a Ghanaian, also resigned. Now, the minister for the universities, also resigned. I say he's going to vote against the government on the 11th. Because it's not a policy that he can accept. It's not an agreement that he can accept. We all know some of the cabinet ministers also resign in protest. And therefore, in all accounts, it is believed, people will vote against it on the 11th. And they vote against it on the 11th. Let's look at the political discord in this country. It is believed, Prime Minister will have few options. One of the options is to go back to the European Union and renegotiate. But Europe have said it plain. No more negotiations. Prime Minister has said it plain. This is the best deal that she can get. And therefore there will be no longer negotiations. Take it or leave it. And people have said that if she cannot do that, then she will have to resign. And therefore, there have to be a vote of no confidence. Vote of no confidence is also no 49 and 48. And 25 na and also no Ankusiaga. So people say if she's the vote, if she lose the vote in parliament, then either she renegotiate, which is unlikely, or there will be vote of no confidence, which at the moment it looks like they don't have the balls to do it, or perhaps she will have to call general elections, or she will have to resign. And this week she has made it categorically clear. The lady is not for turning. She's not going to resign. Or see, she was one described as a bloody difficult woman. So we knew that. I know because it's difficult. So she is not going to resign, and she's going to battle on. And therefore, Labour is also calling for general elections. Or, if the general election fails, then there must be the people's vote. There are also other school of thought. This is what they are also saying. That if the vote is defeated in the House of Commons on the 11th of December 2018, then of course, the government have to resign. A new government has to be formed. Or some people are saying that then you have to go on cliff hedge Brexit. We just come out, whatever happens, happens. So nobody knows exactly what is going to happen. But for the first time this week, the Prime Minister said that you cannot rule out the people's vote and a possible second referendum. So people should also bear that in mind. So Brexit, that is where we have got to so far. Now we've talked about IHS fee increase. We've talked about fake amnesty. We've talked about the Brexit. We will take a quick commercial break. And then when we come back, we continue with the program. Thank you very much for tuning in. Share the program with all your loved ones. All those people who have tuned in to join us on Facebook. We thank you. Share the program with your people. Doris in Kansan, baby, I will be a Yechiachiao. David Frimpong, baby, I will be a Soso Yechiachiao. Reverend Richard Opoku, also baby, I will be a Yechiachiao. Kofi Miki, baby, I will be a Soso Yechiachiao. Thank you for joining us. Patience Osei, baby, I will be also Yechiachiao. Victor, also baby, I will be a Yechiachiao. Ose me kratane ba me de beto street so amaka faso na ma say no na ma sa kwaje foforo baby a obi a ye chia papa usu baby a obi a so ye chia Nana Sewa, thank you very much for joining us. We're gonna take this commercial break. When we come back, we continue with today's program. Augustina, baby I will be a chia Kingston Town. Bismarck, baby I will be a chia. Thank you for joining us. Nana Yao Berima, also so ye chiao. Nana Ama, good morning, baby. I will be also so ye chiao. Mrs. Ose Ajiman, yati ye chiao. Nana Ama, Nana Ama ye chiao. Anna Dan, baby. I will be as ye chiao. Betty Crunchy, baby. I will be also so ye chiao. We thank you for joining us. We will take this commercial break. Na afini ye ba na chese ye di esempano ya toaso ekwano no. Mr. Ama, I know that you have tuned in from Ghana listening to the good news. Baby, I will be a chia. Big up to you, Irie. Bill Keys, Sultana Pate. Baby, I will be a chia. Kofi Ba, you have just joined us. Baby, I will be a chia. Kingston Town. Baby, I will be a chia. I say, how do you know? Say, this is my favorite song. Yes, and you for joining us and also for making referrals. We thank you and we appreciate you all. Because without your help and without the referrals, I would be nobody. Satana Patet. Baby, I will be as your church. We thank you very much for all the referrals. Sometimes it baffles me that people travel all the way from Scotland to come to England, from one country to another, to come for legal advice. There are so many lawyers in Scotland, yet people still travel to London, Brixton, to come and see me. I am always honored by that. We thank you for your support over the past 8 years. I cannot thank you enough. Sometimes it baffles me, and I'm very humbled by this. All that I can say is thank you all for your support. May the Lord Almighty bless you. Let's take this song, and Yababa Kanafi Yedi immigration hard stuff, I started because meaning say a month for Shiraba, Madam Scotland, Shiraba, Edawasipi. Mimsa Boache so the Atua, Sabuachi, the Enina neighbor, Jumayo, Boache. Yes. Also, Telford no, on the every time, if you need the Hase, they say maternity school teacher, or you're wild, or see a church of baby, I will be a Sassos and Mr. Harrow, Mr. Edward. So who said me num so and say Mr. Edward Adaroma, to make a Fabiachi, Nafi, a tour program. So, Yadamasipi. ya de shira na aba na afi ne dwumadie na hye so wate baby am obi ayi da masipi ye take quick commercial break e ba na ye de ahye se baba so
shira na be sami jidio menyate me woni amiko shira na be me wo sami jidio I am sad yes me so min peja na be sami jidio menyate me so ana sami siri min peja na be me wo sami jidio I am sad yes obinyani mio ayo daya na me so obinyani me what ayo daya obinyani mio I am sad yes obinyani mio me wani ameko obinyani me what me so na daya me say mama
say obinyane me wate say ye die na me so a you were very powerful pa I am a sad so di o ma won sabeka wate you fighting for your papers for years we three ye we do tia pimpim lawyers akohwefo ni be du sika saa omunye lawyers susu na o ma fa title no mo chopun crofo sika na o mu gu lawyers fo ani mu ase so pepenti adie fo nti You said the panning yellow ya pass was meko. Obesisi na so sa. Ko jinsika diwi na fa Daniel de pecha. Ghana follow ye sebe kan. So ko dim sa de afo nti na wo ko. Afa ye home office for friend na o se buei. Bi na ko twamatum. Adefo. Ha adefo. Ani owu na na mwate. Ade quality biane boarding wate. If a car biane car. We drive a Ferrari. We drive your friend is say Volkswagen. We say yes, we are the same level. Debbie. Areas be your levels wate. Lawyers in your levels. Justice and London who different level. Onu nekaye. Yes. And you who's Panentina Babian Justice and Law Solicitors wati. Yeah, so asemu ye som ye boss so ye bo sana ye tie. Na Justice and Law a law firm e London Brixton. Say upeso hu ye ya and one say on the number no ko Facebook ye the number na abohon Monday to Friday. Yeah no ubuka appointment abi hu ya we don't joke about. Say especially spend 5 hours e wo ho kra na be spend 5 hours. Because ye no ye ma won say wadaji emetra your office na ye metotom papa so na basically no ye nye adwuma anyhow o buy benya time amount ana me no say what I believe is so be say adaji eba wanima also say wadaji nefa kire no nefa guide no na de o hwehwe no ne nsanka eno eye nhyira ma eye nhyira eso manipa no enti so be say na adaji no ba justice and law we don't joke about eno nti na no most of the time. Say obi fa phone na oka say I want to speak to lawyer, you will not get me. And yes ma shada na me finance me serious. Say obi atwa kwan all the way from Edinburgh. 6 hours journey by train. Now I bet na many we simu anaju 2 a.m. By 9:10 na osi your office. Na all advisor. Na mejai na wa wote London, wote Milton Keynes, wote Bracknell. Na be gina phone so na me no wakasa. Na we sit any party time. What impression am I leaving for the person? It's not nice. It is not good. The osena daje no inya daje one ho. The otina ni fie no otina de so. Enti ehu hia. Ese se wo peniye na wo pe wade yi a. Nya daje. Because se wo nya adaje anya ade a wo pe a wo peniye a. Enya de a also do hwehwe no on sabeka obiani over time but you have to make the time say one make it time unya time da enti ane e important ese ade a ye value e wo ya brabom and I say a life no ye be make it time for it because when your time anya ade abenya time ewu sana wi asenetie say when your time anko GP abenya time ayare ewu Sasu na we nya time anko lawyer dako ho a ubenya time akode detention center am ye deporto emre pi ne yetena ho ema ade ne ko a wi a afena na enibraba ye fellow ye bi anaju 2 ye nya na ye si buoi ye fellow ye bi anopa 6 o'clock ye nya na ye si buoi obi wo ho a okọ Ghana mpo a se bi ohia information bi wo ho a onka nkyere wo okọ through plane no afina no ba be fro oh it's emergency I need to speak to you now I'm getting on the plane information be say mbusa ne sisi a na so bi atwa kwan from Glasgow abetana lawyer anima na wajai no abegina ho na wati wonsem no the information na ma is the lawyer being fair to be a watwa sa kwan na na enti mesre p yenya time yempe time na yemfa nye die hia ye emre p immigration. Small mistakes are enkrofo ye ana ekofa a how ebre wo a how no ebi ne sen ene ye ba bebobo na poso na afye bia amatrofo na tumi etimi afa phone calls kakra se home office under regulation 19 of the 2016 immigration regulation EEA immigration regulation 2016 se oni ukunu anase oni woyiri empo ajai awaria yentie nie pa. There is a legal obligation on you the applicant to submit the EEA national's ID card or passport. So once submitted, your application will be refused. A simple and tietia. Now obi tiemi obeka say na obi a oni na ejai so de. Oye de ekunya ne passport. Anase oye de ekunya ne ID. Oni obi ejai a enche se nipa na ewu. Oni obi ejai a enche se ne ID anase ne passport na enye valid. Anase oni obi ejai a eno enchere se enipa no emfa ma. Yentie ni yepa. The Home Office will not make an assumption that the fact that you have divorced from your husband or your wife means that you cannot get the person's ID card or passport to support your application for indefinite leave to remain or permanent residency card. We must not make any assumptions in this regard. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because the Home Office is of the view that the law and the Regulation 19A in particular, Regulation 19A in particular, you are required to provide this evidence. If you don't, you will lose it. It's very, very important. It is important that you submit this evidence. But some people, you know, divorce their husbands or divorce their wives, and throughout the divorce, i.e., it is not amicable. And therefore, it is not practical for you or her to be able to go to that individual and ask for his or ID card or passport. And therefore, if you submit your application without it, Home Office will refuse it. All that I will say is that is the law. They have legalized it. I advertising it. But the question is, how do you overcome it? I will say, come to Justice and Law Solicitor. Me go say no more about this. It has been legalized. I'm advertising it. And I know the way to overcome it. So if you want, you come to Justice and Law Solicitors. We will do the best that we can to help you to solve this problem. I've had people calling me asking, lawyer, you've done it for someone and the person eventually got his stay. I have my own lawyer, but my lawyer doesn't know how to go about it. What do I do? You know, there is a proverb in our language that the bushman will give you the medicine, but the herb that was used to come out of the concoction would never be given to you, because everyone chopped from his work. If I give everything out like that, how am I going to survive? It took hard work, investigation, and proper legal challenges to be able to get to where we are now. We see, Justice and Law, we never stop investigation, and we never stop researching. Every day, every time, we are researching to be able to find solutions to people's problems. And this is one of the problems that a lot of people are facing now. So for me, you know, I would say to you, if your lawyer cannot stand the heat, you tell him not to stay in the kitchen. If your lawyer cannot do it, you take it and you come to Justice and Law, and we will do you justice. If you don't know, ask Mr. Selina. When his lawyer could not stand the heat, he came to Justice and Law, and he's been delivered for good. So when people call this radio station and basically, you know, appreciate what we do, it's not because they are doing it because they like us. They are doing it because of what they've seen. They are doing it because of the, you know, because they have testimonies to make. And he, you know, he's not the only one. We've done it for abundance of people. You know, one lady called us, when was it? Was it Friday? Facing the same problem. And we say, you know what? You come and see us. No hesitation. Straight away she booked an appointment. She's going to come to see us. And we are going to deliver her. We will deliver her, and she will call the radio station and testify. So we don't come to bow. We come to conquer. We study the law. We investigate the law. And when we take on cases, we don't run. We fight until we get to the destination. And that's what we're going to do. So many people are facing these challenges. Applications have been refused because of this. Justice and Law, give us a call. And we will do the best that we can for you. And I know that we will also bring tears of joy into your faces. We know we can do it because we have done it, and so many people will be able to testify to this. I've had people running from other lawyers coming to us for us to do it for them. We've done it, we've been successful, and we keep being successful. So if you are facing the same challenges, please do not ring our office and tell us to teach you how to do it. It will not happen. Nyamesem kure ye free no kra na ye ton. Na ye die ayakọ law school akusia. O there be. Law school no kona akusia nye nyamesem o ana ye de ache. Enti be sre pi. Mo am ye sa de no munyai eye bad habit. Me obitimi frɛ me fill forms kadia me nchro kyerɛ me. Inazuwa. Aden. Onko ehia be na ehia. Mesre mo. Ye pese ye boa. Ma mo boa ye ya ana yesi timi boa sebio se obi ama na ono so ametua sika ama ya mfa anya adwuma mesimi timi nya bi emegina radio so ememe free advice ema won sa me frɛ me ensan kan chem se sa ma me free advice bi na uwie a odi nyankopon enhyira aba be ye currency na odi aba betua meka nya me enhyira so ye mfentua bill ye mfentua water bill ye mfentua gas bill ye mfentua work sika ana sebio ye ntimi mfantua ye school fees. Enti nyame nhyira kakra sika kakra na me feni nhyira enye so do ano sa nyame nhyira da bi nya sa na ye no enti be srepi mo amofra mo de sa de ne haya adwene no ye mpese be ye rude na emom sometimes mu pushi ye dodo lo ye ni abre na wo hwe obi no na obi abegino no odimande okofa fon na o me fele from pese busa question ka be take 2 minutes ish ina azoa mesrewo next time mo be sa de na ye be cut me nkasa kra I will simply put down the phone. Not because of say it be a rude and as will be a rude. Miss Repi, I am Musmufa and I am not Mamma yes and Mumfa any DMI because you go school no a caddy we have to pay. Sanan can see a penny free and can go school no and KTF no free university. Also me read the book me do a mentiasia, me peleche am natural masi, Natchez and Castle de Co in. Think we are saying be free. A come de wa no afraid test schools. Hey test schools. A come to me pa na me should with me they break big beans bia bremia nam de me how far there be it doesn't work like that. Enti adentina legal advice there ye penny free. It does not work anywhere. After dance so baby I will be a chia. Enti no we dey ye be twem kwa. Enti no say we obi na say you are facing this also let us know. Mary Lava Pia baby I will be also ye chia. With him say Ghana baby ewu sa ye da must say. Enti no basically eno sana etie. Enti no say if you know say ukunu anase wo yere ni ID card onsa enka memma obi enkode de wo so emfa ho pa say ukọ lawyer bi ona so se emfa ho a o se lawyer me pa acho hwe 2016 regulations no enye 2006 on hwe 2016 regulations no regulation 19A e kan ni pain ese wa fa ni pa ni ID card ama home office obi timi refuse by Justice and Law there me so ba yenya anodru sa anodru no me kan radio so na amanfo ya no atwepe ne paper be chiro da bi ye bre pa nse na yenya sa edru no enti de yenya edru na sabio edru kra na sabio eye tablet ye life and death no se obi etimi e discover na se o manufacture ye fe bi patent o patent no se de obi entimi nya bi for about 3 years. And then after 3 years, when you're Asda brand, Tesco brand, waiting to be and to be protecting the interest. And my interest is to protect sa a quancheno. So and to bar, be the say you beat me aye amount. Ya ye biama any pani p ama nyama adam any pani be brebe dear associate. Dear dear crana, sabio, na me ama kumum cram say boy, case with the na dear crano. Kai. Papa Nana, North Central, I salute you. Also, share me. Kai, I will fight. Yes, I will fight. I feel or Casasa na vim abi remimu. Now it's me vim kosoro. And I done a series. And you know, a very, very important. Essay application be oh yeah. Also bit me idea. Obeko the right places. Okona so lawyer catch say ID card in can enye hwea to hufo. To hufo. That means lawyer no nim de wo keka. Onim de wo ye. Onim de wo ya. Fa brad ye nim de ye justice and law solicitors. Na yenye ma na emfa serie any gie emra wa brabum any wufie. Because immigration ebodam. Ebodam. I'm telling you. Obitim ba betena wani. Utim say ni ti bom sa na dwene no. We don't want to see that. Enti epese ye boa. Enye sika nti na ba betena kasa asem we. Yes, oba me charge o magiska. Now I will make sure say I also deliver. Menye sankrofo no mbejuju sika di na mafoto papa so no. Afi wo fra ni edwane. There be justice and law yenim ko, yenim dwane. Ukuma pema apem beba. Until the bones are rotting. We rise, we rose, we risen. And that's how we work. And you know, a very, very important. So time ason okwa application for permanent residency. Men ko emma kushini bin ko juicy kenny and kanchira will say ID card, passport ehun hia, oni neja ID a emfa ho. Utiemia and some dancem pa chopi ehun hia pa. Mami asante waso babelande baby a obi a ye chiachia o. Ejabin was ye chiachia baby a obi a. Ehun hia. Koloya pepa o ntimi nya ade papa ma na emfa so wie mrel. Men ko baby e ma yenko bu nko juicy kenny. Na uwia aba justice and law. As they say the winiska lawyer mpa cho bo am why. Me pa cho justice and law enye charity. Oba yes ye be charge the market rate. Okona so okose no kra na yes ye charge more because damage na why no. We have to undo the damage before we build a case for you. And the add in the beginning na no. Un seek the right advice and the right place. Now we need the right information. Miss Remo, un seek advisor. Men could deep price a cheap. Emma obin ko shetokro bim e me kanche o se meju £2. Now me kanche say £2 for say £5 justice and law beju. After ba ko tue £2 no. Na yakwa mess up. Na whatsapp justice and law. Na ma chiro say damage our course no because of £3. Me ask me charge £5. Na whatsapp boka £8. And idea because of £5 no, I cost £10. It make no economic sense. It mess repeat. Obi a yen regulate no. Advice are all ye and as forms are failing no. Eye unlawful, eye illegal. Obi betimi reporting am Office of the Immigration Services Commission because immigration advice is regulated business. And therefore you have to be regulated before you can provide immigration advice. So obi she twatwa pure bim, e she tokro bim, e ma immigration advisor. Once the person is doing illegal activity no, also no, you are putting yourself in danger. Yen shenenso na yemfa enye afutuo pa. Emre pi no, unfortunately, enipa ni bimo, adiefu nti, they don't care what they are getting as long as they think they will get the objective, they will achieve the objective, you know. And no more sheshe. After obekono no akotu eska, ni passport, ni documents, na nyina na asa akoyira aka ho. After no this one justice and law solicitors. Say me na me report in Panama Law Society. Mr. Opi, I will not do these things. Don't come to me with that request. So in Panama you know where Law Society is. Go and do it. Because so can one seek advice or more. It's a very, very important signal. Be shining our eyes. DJ Nike, maybe I will be a chia. Mr. Usu and Samuels, maybe I will be a chia. Thank you for joining us. It's a very, very important. It's a you two and more, you two and more. Very, very, very important. Talking about this DJ Nike story, which I'm coming to share this story with you. 6 years ago, no friend me. Obabi hume. Na obada, ano ko ring you wrong number. Sa kwa ni a dodgy lawyer. Also, bra. Me na no kasa last week, you know. After drivers I can't in the car, Eddie Nico Stratford. Oh, see, there be Brixton as a vehicle. And what an agent ban was a kai. Obi a setting trap, or the group is so, you know. And was according the phone of you. And oya no yami number. And no friend or buy. And I done a serious inquiry. Sanity, 1 year careful, no one you homework here. There be when I'm for a set trap. So on Bible Nekraka, or so bonsam or boom to so jata. So na onyawa obechew no amene wavyo no abobon kase wo hwade awapire o. So in sanity, there are dodgy people out there pretending to be lawyers, and therefore you have to be careful. How do you know the dodgy ones from the good ones? Testimony. Say obika say oye bia mamia. O say oye ma won evidence ne wo hefa. Because ayana obu opeso begini dia no twa ntro bebrebe. Oh my ye bia ma oye bia mo bi na say ni say. See is believing. So person who be a lawyer na so any lawyer, go to Law Society's website, put the person's name. My name is David Darkon. Just go to the Law Society's website, look for personal search, put in Darkon. Obia ye friend Darkon bia. Or a solicitor in England and Wales. Need you ever up? Open nipa history. How long nipa na qualify areas or practice here? Ni na bebaso. Now they too hopeful. Say crowd a review. There are so many websites that see a review. Just go there and look at the reviews. And Justice and Law, we are one of the best when it comes to immigration law. I mean, Mr. Totu, or Mr. Totu, was it true talk you they talk? Yeah, started fighting and you give you up. Yeah, they far from now they fast right, yeah, they fan now they fast right, they far from. So yeah, you know, we are diverse. We are able to, you know, we are flexible. We are able to flex our stuff. That's how we operate. Obu how you free boshe. Maybe na fuhwe no. E hwa no be fasa. Debi. E mo kakra, kokko kakra, dokno kakra. Na we di balanced diet. De bia fufu, o wi asme we di balanced diet. Debi. Eti be srepi. O pe lawyer ko be bi pa, ayi betimi aboa, a obi nya de en. Obetimi aye successful application. Justice and Law, I will recommend that to you. Mami be home this week. What's a lawyer? Would my decrunti amaba, Missy Baby? What's a mini nipa tena kasa? Na ubi a body nipa. Anything amaba. And I'm smidomasi. Ninipa no ni mumudi. Also, brebi, menina ye, juma brebi. Ayana important. Say you be din komo, na say you be so kasa, ye ni penny din. And to cast a bread be and who bread be crow. I understand sometimes it's very difficult because I say bread be a baby be a bread. It's very, very difficult to be able to know who they are. And you know, obi or refer be my ibiano. Yedamasi P. Because I don't know what to say. Because the number of people that come to us within a week, the number of applications that are successful within a week, media is beyond me. It surprises me. Every day is a blessing day. Every day I am blessed. Every day, Nyankopon efa Justice and Law so e de serie eba enfofo fie. Enti wote ho ye de. Enye se ndwane yi gane ha. Come and test it. Obi so be test bi abeka kire wo. Yeah, we fight a good fight. Mina also see a church will be a wobia. Obasantoa, was a church. Into the other masipi. And basically, that is how it is. When we take a fight, we fight a fight, and we fight a good fight. Nyameswada Roma, Nyankopon fire. So a microphone and crata cases are sometimes the year crying your fee say, with the yakwa. To be honest with you, there are certain cases. You have hope. Obama kind audacity of hope. But legally, you also sit there and say, with the legally, a very difficult part. Now, me with him say, the idea and second biaro, Yamin Saum, a be inshra. Enti Adamasi, any more support so Modemae. Any dean passoa, Modemae, Muboy Dimpa, any Juma Passoa Yama community, because the more you encouraging us, the more is also building our confidence. The more is also giving us the energy to be able to research more and deliver our people. I remember talking to someone yesterday. Basically, an application is successful, or there are so many places, it was very difficult. Now, small can you hear misery? Or say, now so also you Moses because you deliver our people. You deliver our people. And you know, sometimes it's here. And the elder was maybe I will be also your chiachia or the money now must say for your continued support. And to be catcher said, the application called ID card, any passport, who here, minia, and yanekre. EEC application, CCD, who in here pa. Say, and yadia won sabeka, me say for justice and law the book appointment in Ebra na yentenase na afi ye hu strategize dem ma me hu kwan e befa so a osubitimi aboa men ko enkoye mistake no ense na waba okona akoye mistake na wo ba fi ye be charge no ye be charge more because mistake na akoye no you have caused a damage. The damage have to be repaired before the case is actually built, and therefore it makes double work. Timesri P, I beg you, don't go anywhere. Come to one place, the place of deliverance, legal delivery. We will deliver you in Jesus' name. Can children and parents apply to remain after 7 years residency? This is a controversial topic, and it's a controversial issue because the policy is there, but the difficult requirement to satisfy is whether it would be reasonable or unreasonable to expect the family to relocate. And no, c'est ça quoi yellow too. Case be by menim nansing na me catch my man say look. 50-50. But I will do the best that I can. All that I ask for you. Said documents are my list no kope mame. Diakano fa empire bote echiri. O shemenim din osre. I said, lawyer, do you remember me? And I'm saying your face is familiar, but I don't know where I know you from. And I said, do you remember? I said 2012 me ba ho. And I'm saying, sir. And I said, yes. I came to you and you told me, say, me benisa. And to me application you be refused me. And to me try kakra. Menti wasem. Me call lawyer for no catch them me say. It does not matter as long as I have a child in the UK. Obey me your application. Sure, you should tricks a woman on. One can't just say the bema wo. Yentie ye. Or say obey me your application. Into a faber £4,000. This is 2012. Sometimes immigration health surcharge you can introduce you. Home office fee, that is about £550. And so could you bear £4,000? Emma Ubi. Emma Onya could discount at the application called Yan Farmer. From 2012, report. She came to see me last year. And I'm saying, Eish. And she was reported from 2012 to 2017. So 5 years in here. Was a lawyer, and ye easy. If I'm a reporter, me yem. And we see there be me samra me begging many you and so esemeba. And I'm saying, well, it's a choice that people make. You made a choice. Sanka choice didn't work here. What would you say about me? You have realized, he said, I told you the truth. And to the fact the Christ said you have come back. For me, I'm happy to say you have come back. But I will do the best that I can to make sure, say, on Sabekan Krata. Yamiadum or bias and a more than 7. And therefore, no, now I will say it to be a day, yet to me fighting case. Yamiadum, any case in the mama. So, and sometimes so be who lawyer be. Now, so Becca the crash or catch you say, hey, Edriabano and soy. My young friends will muso many yini kakra and send your call forward there. Miss Rel say, Udi can walk quarter and just what we know case. Anna say, Udi can walk exams room and just what pass over exams. Anna Sebio, say, when you skako go account to my and just what you scan, say will be. Anna Sebio, when you say will be a just when you answer say, me pano. Anna Sebio, say, walk to school, do a child and just one and answer wood to him. Anna Sebio, say, when you know and just when I use you in it. And we are saying, Obiana the talent in Yankopon Diamano. Enti the mesro P say Ubehuno ya Dako. Now so catch us in Yanto Boasia. O de bibi a chile wagiri in the busa. Say lawyer, I didn't see me Yanto Boasia. Now you breaking your man down mouth. Because that's what I do. I go down to the level of Obetiasie. But unfortunately, Obiwa de Wokan and Yanida, I know if he say, a Yensim Hunubina Woka. into na sumi aya ne de into beko baabi a ye beka de ope etie akyere no eno so se na enkrofo edegi enkrofo sika edino. So I beg you, please, do not rush and go and make any application. You need to look at your chances of succeeding with your application. Justice and law solicitors, every time we do assessment, and we can tell you that this case is got maybe 80% chance of succeeding, 20% chance of succeeding, 10% chance of succeeding. Maybe take your time. Let's build up the evidence before we go forward. That's why I operate. That is the reason why our success rate is about 95%. We don't joke about. If the case is not going to be successful, I will tell you point blank. That is me. Sometimes people don't take kind to it, but yet they will go and come back because the truth is only once. But Jamaicans say there is only 3 truths: your truth, my truth, and the genuine truth. And everyone is trying to put the genuine truth to their side. But in our local, we say there is only one truth. Because no matter what, it will come back to the real truth, and therefore there is only one truth. And the truth is justice and law solicitors. Follow us and you will get to your destination. We are the drivers of nationality and immigration law in the UK. We do the best that we can to get you to your destination. 7 years concessionary policy, i.e. for children living in the UK for 7 years, is still alive and kicking. But before you do this application, please, one thing that I have learned from this application of late, you see, we learn every day. When you go to take school letters, they should not simply write basic letter for you. You see, most of the time the school will simply write about 4 lines. That maybe Kevin is a student in this institution. He commences, he was enrolled on 12th of January 2010. He is in year 5 and blah, 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 blah. That is not enough. It's very, very, very important that the school letter is detailed. Any friends that the child has made in the school. Any voluntary job that the child has done in the school. Because some of the schools, they'll be doing opening evenings or opening days. And they said that we need children to welcome visitors. If parents are listening to me, they should listen to this very carefully. Encourage your children to participate in these free jobs, in this voluntary work. Because when it comes to it, school will be writing all these. If there is trip, anything, school plays, Christmas plays, all this stuff, the school must state it and how popular the child is in the school. And how good the child is academically. All this, if it is stated in the school letter, believe me, is persuasive. It can be used to persuade the Home Office to grant. If the child is got social worker, get the social workers to write detailed supporting letter. If the child is got GP, detailed supporting letter. If the child goes to church, detailed school church letters. This help big time. Because I've done application for this lady recently, and we had to go deep, and in fact, it made the application easy for me to make. As soon as he went to the Home Office, no challenge, the application was successful. Now this woman is now full of laughter. Justice and law, our ratio, about 95% of our cases are successful. Sometimes it baffles people. Why we are so successful? We are successful because the people that come to us are the people who want to come to us. They work with us spiritually. They work with us physically. And they work with us mentally. Every time that they come to us, they look for a way to solve problems. Every time that they come to us, we work together to achieve the desired outcome. So because of that, we are very successful. And we thank you throughout the years for your custom. And for the continual referral, to the point that one gentleman told this lady, look, I'm prepared to pay the legal fee for you. If you succeed, you pay my money back. If you don't succeed, don't pay me back. People have such faith in us. Sometimes it baffles me. And we will do the best that we can to justify all referrals that you make to us. Mr. James Alote, Sweden now, baby, I will be a churchill. Akosia Jemfua, also see a churchill. Doris Arthur, Yami Inshirao, Stella Dankwa, baby, I will be also ye chia idamasipi. Enti, sa 18 years, 3 years, 7 years policy, it is still there. Mesro P, maintenance fee, and casse, obedi 7. Application up so yebi. Lawyer for listing a breme. Listing on me the amount. Name the content of the letter. No. Say one ma na me one tenasi. Really go through ubenyano na afi letter the wenya name the content of it na afi no enkoyi. It mess repeat so bed 7. Now opese oye this type of application. I beg you, please book appointment, sit down with us. Let's talk through so that you know what is expected of you and what you can also get. Very, very important. Say ebi okrana si school no brofo na akona fi se be problem. It means just school ni details. Now you're making sure say the relevant point and you know discuss it. You know discussing in na. Now if you draft a letter to the school, you ask those questions so that the school can then be able to do what? Will then be able to respond accordingly. Said the application now a very strong amount. It must repeat. This type of application they are very, very complex. You need time. You need to sit down with your lawyer, go through the requirement, plan the objective, work towards the objective, and you'll be able to achieve it. Very important. It must repeat. So person this type of application. Bra, nebetenase, nebi huye. Na yehu de yesi yebetimi aya amount. E de bia ne beka ho asem. Ye beka bibi about precarious immigration status. Yentie ni. This week a case went before the court. Me pamacho P, mo amofre private numbers no yentimi answer phone calls no. So ye be office amatro for the tuma ubetimi afre, ubetimi answer amount. It is your life, not so free life on our office phone and patcho yintimi enye de emfa. Enti de meken. Supreme Court rules that immigrants without indefinite leave have precarious status in the UK. What does this mean? This is a case of Rupia versus the Secretary of State for the Home Department, which is the Home Office. And therefore, basically, the effect of the decision is that a claimant at the immigration tribunal, where he relies on their private life, not family life under Article 8, will be entitled to have only little weight placed on that private life if they have been in the UK without indefinite leave to remain, unless there are particular strong features of the private life in question. When you know, I see anything, say ABR, the amount leave to remain on the basis of your private life. ABR what in a kruma for 30 years, and I said 20 years, and the amount 2.5 years. So unim na hoko basem, uko via bus pass, and I said uko bokro no, and I said uko drive without insurance, and I said sebu uko nya criminal record bia, one shey. 2.5 years no kwako renew a be boss said the Jones aba akoko no yenye very careful pa okasa sem no obitia officer agro na wudi almost every week obi frame no akọ bus pass nya ache no owia na webusa say enti me leave na wo no enkofa asem mrani sebio ukọ bus pass ubesiki advice na den na ohun aba asem a afido ube toto momone e de ba be hye manum ebusa me say hey lawyer kasa na mkwakasa soso a oso anum bon wako enwurem akofa anoma etutu ne ho e de aba ese lawyer anoma ba ni me de me hu enti se ukita 2.5 years visa sebio etintenhuru etua woto oya den ekohwiri fagya so mesre pi yenye very careful sika ye fom ye pen gidigidi zane yenye he ne de ko ede ne de ye yeni mra so ne ankofa asema ama ye ho ukita 2.5 years say you know when it comes to the assessment of your private life against immigration control na say o criminal record one hwe yi ho be kire enti ne say what now for 20 years it is not guaranteed say o call for another 2.5 years ye de be ma ye hwe ne ye pa what in 20 years near amount on the basis of private life, no family life, private life, say no, the long residence, they will give it little weight. Even though when it comes to proportionality assessment, they will take that into consideration, say what for 20 years, but the weight to be attached to your long residence, no longer is going to be given a significant weight. And when a year, idea is you should be free. Also, a claimant who is financially dependent on other people, but not on the state, should not have that fact held against them when assessing the public interest in their removal. Ebia about 2.5 years. What's the media about sika na meji edimi nya adwuma. Yentie ne pa. Sika je bebrebe na bobi mo dam no. Sika je bebrebe na fa bi mo adwene mo no. Yenye very very careful. Ukita 2.5 years osimeji aban sika. Obi okra de ye the restriction atoso no recourse to public funds or se kwame jinti mesemeji. Enti no one kwame ye pe. Yenye very careful. I remember 2.5 years ago, I had a client. He came to me. Oh, OBJ, enti mesme kwa kwaje, Mr. Mami. Yes, no recourse to public funds. O kwaje na semba men frame. O kwaje emi etwa ne visum, obe frame me dem phone to so. Because what kwaje ani so awie. What do you want me to do? Tama ye ni nkrata na ekunye ho ye adwuma o. Ye nya nkrata yes ya relax ye nya adwuma bi. Ye nya nkrata yes ma pam me yire ma pam me kunu. I rather take a government do. Na ye damage our own children. Because there's no father figure or mother figure in the household. Sika ye penny bebrebe no ehene edeko. When it comes to assessment for public immigration control, private and family life, say oji aban sika yentie ni. When it comes to the assessment, obia onya aban sika no, they will respect more that person than you. That is what the law is saying. Upe case na ko read a Rupia, the Secretary of State for the Home Department. Rupia no a RHUPPIAH. Enti with massive basic ornament. Private life, sheniye, little weight will be given to your long residency. If you rely on others or you rely on yourself when it comes to the assessment for the purposes of immigration control, the fact is that you don't rely on public funds, you'll be giving significant weight when it comes to the assessment. And in fact, you'll be giving more respect. Dear mechano ehwana yemfentu yehofo. A dear baby na meka bibi about statistics. Yemfe figures kakranye juma. Or say latest immigration statistics. EU residence document applications back on the rise. EU applications not say no se kwana. The latest now, it has been estimated, say, overall net migration is now 273,000 over the last 12 months, i.e. the difference between people coming in and people going. Until now, as at the last 12 months, we have had 273,000 net migration. That is the gross migration minus net emigration, people leaving the country. And sana and also so idea akwa ye. And figures a kosro kakre ebien. And ye de dwumadie ne besia na obi wo questioner obetimi afre ebusa. Number yedi edi juma no 0203 002 8482. I'm also sending questions to be through Facebook. Whilst we are waiting, may go through Facebook na and also no let me answer questions no idea amamo. King David also so maybe I will be a chiao. There is a new arrival. Kevin may come wati new arrival fresh baby aba. And fresh babies also ye chiao akwaba. Aha, sana ye no. And you also is for Augustina Kingston. And you way ye bomao.
bright, they're fading after dawn. There's magic in Kingston Town. Oh, Kingston Town, the place I long to be. If I had your word, I would give it away just to see.
Okay. Pamacho PM say your telephone lines need the Yaka Kramafo be fragment me and Fanti. You are free piano, Ubitimi Asa free beam. Say offers na yentimi and farm, Mr. Ubitimi Asa free beam. Now, say the Papa Biafra Ujiraso, free Canada, Afino Babelande, na Canada man so dear, Unyabi do not say baby, Yanti and Kakra, not say, not say a young radio program, no, it's in Canada man, they say, I want papa. I see I'm a client to be my Abona Manamba, Canada, only they see Toronto now. I'm connecting now. So you're more bakery. After also say, Jumane din pa onya hu Canada say $6 say mo mudi dollars Canadian dollar enti Canada dey say baby awu say me bana me pay dollar ni bidi because e kan sika eno ani dollar enti Mr Canada wa bedru dia na che say ye ji o tu fire eyo ojo damn Canada. Canada,
So now, Pama, yes, would be Monday. You when they say Canada boy, Massa by the number.
That's right.
With the lawyer comment that celebrating and the show no to a power, just highlight radio, they be a Canada boy, make can say, when you what they are there, one problem.
That's right.
And now, when the bonito, and they say, and that will patch you, may person who said, I deal with 2.5. Now, if you are what your bank a credit card, you been a found that say. No credit score. Say, do so could we do it? Me affect you or not?
Basically, say credit score no a civil matter. Sometimes what they will do is they may decide to take the individual to Abia County Court. Say Doko County Court. Now say the county court judgment etoswa. All your application forms now you need to disclose it. I said there has been a county court issue against you. Then you need to explain how it came about. This is what people have to realize. Ana ahuchiti mi beti mi kwaje bosia uwa ejuma usu betu ya bosia no. Afe na ejuma na say. Na afe no you have difficulties in paying the debt. But one thing that I would say to our listeners, they say if you are in that situation, Mr. P, any intentemo na why ye na wetimi abo homodin na why ye bosiano na when negotiate one negotiate ya e de ensem na ebrel etinimaka say yes oh yeah ma home office enya we because say no your application bia na on be credit score on your credit score we na so ko check it na say bi one disclose say was our issue na afi ne de ba be refuse your application be your application and say na say ne nipa no or criminal record wanka so case work can be very good oba back and say look next time make sure say you disclose your criminal past because next time I'll refuse you but or grant your application but many nipa ne warning and I'm say na so what criminal record no so no can refi criminal record okay a chrome one on say would you bonia police bema yadoko court na yadoko court a magistrate a catcher say your sentence into no your criminal record abia we di boni police are chill or say abia me fa won court but me ma caution say any criminal record per se but a criminal record so no, you need to disclose it. I say abia o driver now we say o light no and so police who say light in so ojina you regret it and no caution and no it can happen to anyone until home office and shada enye ayibia until criminal record in here an act and nasa suban bia contravene the criminal laws of this country. Ebinisa ebia wakwa ko twa obato. Ekroma ye mo akra. Ye ka se mo akra nche so ntimi twa obato. Ne mom ko twa ne kokoso injury. Eno na because assault. Entimo se police be ma yetimi prosecute too. Na ebia ya ma common assault. Na fe onya criminal record. So entino these are some of the things. And there are so many ways we bet me afa ho e de criminal record. And the mechanism say police bem na say dey court na say there is a conviction and as a sentence then you have to know say you have a criminal record. And na say to police bem near ma caution and as a community sentence ni nyina no it can count as a criminal record. And therefore you need to be aware of what you find, the situation that you find yourself in. There are also people out there. Okovia bas pass me China. No akubo bidi. No bebe bidi details akwa koma wo mo. Esi de bia. So won. Enti na aya monye careful. Say enkrofo know too much about you no. Aya yensusu nkasa. So won because o kasa bebre ba o ton wo. And sha no be the asba ba be show. So won. Enti na very very important. Esi abrabum no. You be careful na security no. You are taking it tight. In terms of say uda ubika no do court and on a county court na edoko and on a civil matter and on it comes under county court judgment and your home office application Biana, they ask this question: do you have any county court judgment against your name? And therefore you say yes or no. If you say yes, you need to explain what it was about. So who didn't hear a man by ya now and also so no what's my idea? What's my justify? Now we put it in mitigation. Said ya omun use against you. Them one can and then I be your fast my bro.
Na me pache wo e bia ko ba se bia wo ye driver ya ma 2.5 hour drive na wo point e wo driving license so ana se bia wo ko fa red light emu a wo hu na police gina wa eno e ka me involve criminal record. So they read that so I want to gina na what criminal police are being gina. Yeah. Almost okay, yeah, the information no kwa koma DVRA and then your court some not DVRA and decided that's what my points and as on them appeal what here. I don't know a criminal record
I don't know a criminal record but the punishment on the spot fine. And to share home office application forms nima. Ebebusa say, do you have any criminal convictions? And no, Obeka said no, because you are found court and a convicted. Second question, do you have a fine, community order, community sentence, probation work? The answer is yes, because police are chill, or drive, careless driving, and yama a fine. And you need to explain. Oh, because Oko take it say yes. That's the one I explaining. I'm your home officer. I'm sure I can use it against you. But who explaining? I say yes, this is the situation. Say ne buy. And no, any panity as here. Name one can be biasa. I'm sure be mess up.
That's right.
I don't think that it's important to say. And it may be a man call your lawyer, farmer lawyer be. Now only
lawyer in the Juma. That kind of could be
that is it. Now on to be farm wow, but will be a while. Kakro be 20. There be. Or no taking a risk. You refuse sooner. Not the Juma for a permanent. As any evidence just to me a Juma. Now would you soon about lawyer ho? Or Baba catch a lawyer say, Lawyer Minia, me watch them. Me pa chop boame. Nama mi kura we be 2 weeks in here. Me see come in the Kokana and 2 days boame na me say Matia Bren. Oba mi ewu a enyam na mi kun no. Yes. Obi an trust e bra bro chire. Sa excuse ni na Matia Bren. Obi kura betena mani. Ah chese. Oh, aya na ahometi. Obe ka were ho sem chire wa. Uko lose guard na ejeja na. O twe ne ho so ma yobo no. Debi. Say school ni ko bi. Say school no. Onu se me makosa na meti no. So vi se me dada ba. Share. Debi. Ai.
You be part of the lawyer in Chateau ya Canada boy me ko no obi aba se. Me say me sure wow. So wo ma invitation e bia wo ye adwuma wo tenancy agreement wo pay slip no bi bia wo adwuma ye sika na mu a e dia na wo so wo ye abrabi a wo de sa na mara ko mani pa ne so mfa nko apply visa na aha no so dia na wo so wo ye be pacho.
I mean wo the documents ni na ko wi a wontimi nya hwe biem eno ane se enipa no obe present na home office make decision so because there say wo ye no why evidence na akoma no enti why wa famudie so and obi also say bi and it's important because Ghana, the way they think and the way we think here, whether you like it or not, difference in whom abrochire yakoyenim esen Ghana in terms of thinking. Akra wodi 10 wa abrochire no. The ideas and in the way of thinking. What they call Ghana, sometimes say you, it is so be already 20 or Ghana, you'll be surprised. We main Kano in the attempt way. But that is a real, that's a practical. I know be very realistic, no be cultural. Yana say you say be only across Ghana or travel experience. Tini say going to a many penny be, you know, because up to when and when it be our name be brave. And you know, say obi your application or Ghana now one guiding the panel and China said there be watch your ayafa dot to see so watch your tia for a baby fem. I'm telling you, obey mistakes if you are ordinary one tiasi. So, you know, application what you free Ghana Krana important to say what one mono wouldn't be go through. Also, find a passport on count or quite making sure say a young passport the passport in account. Obi wants a passport to a Jenny fee was me refi. No, present to the account. Oh, and some BBC and easy. Oh, because what here, officer we are common sense, but also so not getting any different. So, and I saw Binima Obiche. And yes, I'm getting out. What's the catch of tuberculosis? Tuberculosis, you know, Fakao. Okodrua or semi refi Mijani. And enough. Canada boy, and
no Canada boy. Canada boy, and Meko no be a man, and my job brain, and so I say, Quas, and said they to so go, you man, Azaba. I was here with them. You Canada boy, Meko no be a bar, but I still had that. Shiamo cheerful, fire life, but cheerful, but some of fish up on your Mishramo, and then they come by. Canada boy, and he not just say, yeah, quite no, not just say, Telford. Young Telford. Hello, Mr. Telford.
Hello, Mr. David.
Oh, Woody. That is a told country.
I don't compare them. Yeah, you say, yeah, it's cheaper.
Me, Debia Mus or Betel. I hope so be able. Now, again, our mind.
Uncle Pardon, be able. Yeah, we did. That was minimum baby application. Why am I? Was an out to me and Saturday. That was a baby. For me, in the dear community, you are a TV and a shade, a Tinica Cancra. Yeah, that's a baby. What do I am? Now, we've been a dozen be about 2 minutes. May be awesome. Now, although what you dying, oh, you will be home. What you die will feel will be home. Now, I don't every year, you know. What you done every year, no. Let me say, no London to be able to when to enter London or 2 aqua outside. No, the man are down for. They be saying a down for in your day and Chinem. And she a down for some so your name mark him 1 in a year. But when you prove address, water, gas, and everything, but just a tenancy agreement, you know. Mini penny demo. Now, if you can simple, I brought more letters of one interview, no more woman for tenancy agreement and Kahama. But tenancy agreement in me or Mudimo. Now, Madame Fona, tenancy agreements will need demo, say, no, a dear no bay. They be our own fan got to us and will be natural letter. I'm our own work out from Mosebia. Men, I'm a tiffy or but soon tea. Me free home the madam for to be beer when it being by just a tenancy agreement in the woman medium. Set up so good yes or yes, say on fan home got him because he be a down on what done do win him. But mind you, a down in your council house, a private tenant, and he will be satisfied at Kwame on Paso because all more handle tenancy agreement. Meanwhile, no, the sinners won't to me. I truly say, Obetisano to be sad over here. Did not miss any payment information. My catcher, no. You know, I'm a friend of pay.
Therefore, you're down for no, or no, a year the tenant, you know. Anna was sobriety at your movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, it will depend on the terms of the tenancy agreement, you know. So, some of the tenancy agreement will allow subletting. Which will be to me as sublet, and I say, untimpoa, there is nothing wrong with that. And it's very important to say, scrutinize the tenancy agreement, you know. na wo hu
Yes,
whether
okay.
say a man kwan e manitimi eye saa de no on the basis say a man kwan e manitimi eye saa de na eno ontu betimi amomo subtenancy which is allowed in law say e ba de say obo ye nabusuafo na say tenancy agreement ni mpo e man kwan e ba ne insolvency a na say omo ye nabusuafo na say omo tewo as lodgers a obetimi amomo lodgers agreement
lodgers say omuntua dan ka
o ye lodger ebetumi aba se wutua ana se wuntua so on
okay
enti no so we na busuani na se among baby eti na se is a way of a lodgement there obetumi ama the lodgers agreement ana se se ye lodgers agreement impo na omo ye ne huni na se ono ene omo ho no opeso tro letter to show say e bia ono omo nyina na tifi ho so a eno so ensay hwe na emom sabio so kwa kudia dance am obi a you also have to make sure say entintewro entua woto na say e ka se brakot na ka se okra no ne hwan a o so wetimi ayede en wetimi ayiwanim enti sana etie
enti yempan said de wo kan bia no do no piso hu ni say omo what bibi support omo a omu mre bia so mfa nse bia o toilet ama omo say an wono na dan ne dia bate bia na busuafo no omo na wode dan na ma omo ahan a anaso wode dan omo ye lodgers na say o lodgers so say kwa so omu timi tua rent do omo ye lodgers timi tua rent.
That's right.
Towards yeah and to mo mo let na also problem dia ema no
the word ehan no emremu no ubebumra because emrane say you cannot rent your place to someone who is illegal.
Okay.
And therefore say haini bemudia straight away the person has broken the law.
Yeah.
Then say nipa no eye wo family member na so ni baby da na say one man no baby ada as a lodger. So lodger and the assembly anyway. And the lodger na betima ban say e bia o make contribution towards the upkeep until e become any rent.
Yeah.
Fine. And no ambiguity. Now o your lodger na so tua renter e ho no there could be a fine line between a tenancy and a lodger because tenancy brings legal obligation but lodgement doesn't bring any legal obligation. And nothing so be a lodger which me two nipa no at will no but obi a tenant any because one two I just want na call answer. But what's what you say?
Matthias,
it is it's here. Your Facebook na kat. You get ko YouTube. Mo mutie nyina no. So be so share ya be kutia ko YouTube.
Nsembi say na ni titi na say the man manfo a na say yanso na ma na say yanso o mo say yi yenim bibi no. So nim say yanso the 50 baby.
And I say for now.
Mo juma ye den.
Na be ni
kakra yesu free hu kura we bia no bi from phone kre be bu say bibi.
O so mo mra land no me seek advice to mu ntua. Na ese enye skeni bibi. Okay.
Mate, omo ya na diri baby e dia na push you ma ba do some person application na push you ma ba no ma ye.
Sa na ese no me seek na ese enye bi ni. Wa en wanti ne wa.
Ah, mo so munya bi. Yeah, doctor, yeah, lawyer.
Yeah, that was
okay. Yeah.
Bye bye. Let me say your internet ni play up kakra. And you know, also bet me afraid. Facebook and I cut because of not lying, no, I bad kakra. But YouTube there still no be we YouTuber, we are still there live. And you know, also bet me afraid. Number is 0203 002 8482. Also bet me afraid. Hello, 736 is Swabelandi, Yanko.
Oh yeah. Me free looting na bia boko there.
Nyankopon Adam, ya looting, Nyankopon Adam. Na won so on te say.
Oh nyame Adam, ya so ho ye pa. Na we de me busa say we ye indefinite application am pa say o form ni ho bi my online on.
Form wo hostel, obetimi aye form. Say so introduce since 5th of November. O may introduce new system bia obetimi aye online. Open so obetimi afere paper based form no. now what yes, the paper base is still there.
Oh, and you call online with me a printing paper there and so on.
That's right.
Oh, okay. Na me busa say I there almost say online kwa. Okay.
Let me paper so why. Yeah, that's it. Yankonya ko farm also nyame sha bye bye. Yankonya ko farm make twene bo a Babylande ma me akwaba.
Ya ja o be ma. Yefo me ma mo nyina ate ma me twene bo ani.
Atiefo nyina so joso.
Yo, me nua be ma ye obekasa ase na se mi okade akire na aya me de papa. Say ability a ma yensu enye bi kika kire nkofo na ja yensu. Ya di tie ho kakra. Me ya pa se asem na chiri me nya ho ntimanti epi.
Oh, okay.
Ye di kan e do asipi se bribia wo bana obekeka. Eniema ekoso wo nkata semu ni krum hasitnem. Na amnesty asem a wo kan ye. Yes, Ghana for you who say ye be ye nyina de hu shim. My young my young quiet home. You say amnesty me ni semra no see kwan say wa walk rat akra men sign bi. Na ba ye obu ho a oni say ne ho kire no o sa asemu mu. Eso be ye no kwasa onye bi. Eso ba ye na ono so odi ho ahu sie na ni te kwan say ebe ya manu ana asemu ya ode ba ye